Hello friends, in today's lesson we are going to paint this simplified watercolor. This is just a red umbrella and a couple of tables and a couple of people sitting there. It's a very simplified approach, and we will be discussing all the details, the colors used, the approach, the thought process, everything will be discussed in detail. Without further delay, let us get into the tutorial. Here I am using a cold pressed watercolor paper around 300 GSM, 100% cotton, and let us start with a triangular shape for the top of the umbrella. Okay, I am using a soft round brush with a good point, and I am using Scarlet Lake color, red color basically, and I'm thinking of the overall angle of the top. It is a very kind of flat kind of a triangle. Okay, and I'm looking at while making this triangle, I'm thinking of the overall shape of the umbrella. Okay, so this looks good to me. And as I mentioned, I'm using a soft round brush with a good point, and I will probably finish the entire painting with this color. So I have added little bit of a stronger red now here, okay, so that we have little bit of a color variation. So even though the top of the umbrella looks the same color, but it will have different segments and it will have different colors, different tones, and we will make the side of this umbrella which will be hanging down a little bit. So I am suggesting that part now, and we need to add little bit of darker tones at this point. So I'll be using the same scarlet red color with a little bit of Payne's gray added for the side of it. Okay, now we have here I have some kind of a color and tone variation on for the top portion of the umbrella, right? And now let us start thinking of the darker portion of the side, the small portion which is hanging down. Okay, this is the same red color with a little bit of Payne's gray mixed for this. Okay, so I think we are getting a kind of a three-dimensional form for the top portion of the umbrella, and I want it to be little dry, not 100% dry, little dry, so that if I sprinkle little water, you will get some kind of a texture. If it is fully dry, you will not get the texture. And now I think I have created the sprinkles, little bit of texture is done, and I am drying it again because I want the textures should not be spreading too much. Okay, right. Now let us add the same Scarlet Lake and a little bit of what you call it as Payne's gray and even darker tone. Okay, I'm mixing a darker tone now because I wanted to now suggest the under portion of the umbrella which will be slightly seen, partly seen. See, because of the perspective, because the umbrella is above our eye level, we will be seeing little bit of the bottom portion of the umbrella, and that will be usually dark. I'm assuming that. This you can observe whenever you see the umbrella, and uh, if you if you if you think it is slightly different, you can use your reference for the painting, but the approach can be followed from this particular video, right? Now I feel that we are getting a good sense of three-dimensional form from the top of the umbrella as well as from the bottom area, and let us make those vertical lines that you will find. Okay. Now at this point we want some of the table tops. Okay, so I'm just making some horizontal lines for the table tops. Couple of lines, maybe suggesting couple of tables, and usually what we will find is that some of the red color from the top will be reflected on top of those tables. So I am using Payne's gray dark color as well as the red color for the table tops because of the light passing through the top red clothes. Okay. Now you will also notice that usually the bottom of these tables are dark, You will find some of the legs of the tables and some darker areas. So I'm just suggesting those things, and I'm also suggesting some simplified chairs. Okay, some sort of a chairs. Ultimately, what I want is I wanted to make some people sit on top of those chairs. So I wanted to suggest the chairs first. So you can, if you are not confident, you can draw it first with pencil and then you can paint. I'm trying to just draw it directly because I'm challenging myself. Okay, here I am adding some texture by adding little bit of a lavender sort of a color and little bit of white, some opaque color, so that the dark portion underneath the table doesn't look monotonous. It is having little bit of a tone variation, and it will, the umbrella as a whole and the tables above, everything will create some sort of shadows. And I'm just suggesting the shadow here. So I'm assuming here that the light is coming somewhere from the top, so that the shadows are not very wider. Here I'm suggesting a figure, and I'm just suggesting somebody serving probably with an apron sort of thing. Okay, so I'm just suggesting that it is a very tiny figure. You may find it very challenging, very difficult. If you want, let me tell you that you can draw with pencil first and then paint. Okay, I have little bit of an idea by now that about the shape of the figure and all. But if you want, if you are not confident of directly painting figures, you can draw with pencil and then paint. Okay, now one guy sitting here there, and another guy probably sitting. We are seeing him from the profile view. See, at this point, I realized that these figures should have been slightly larger. Okay, slightly, I mean, bigger, because the umbrella looks much bigger, and the figures and the table arrangement looks slightly smaller to me. Uh, I would have not committed this mistake if I made the drawing with a pencil. So anyway, this happened, but you know the idea, you know the approach. If you are following along and painting, you can make the table arrangement and the figures slightly larger. Okay, some of these accents that you can paint with the darker brushworks. Okay, some of the touches just to make it little entertaining, engaging. Okay. Now I'm adding the exposed body part like the face and arms, etc., with orangish red. So I'm taking little opaque orange for this particular use. Okay, and directly picking it from the tube, right? So if you're finding value in this, and if you think this tutorial is informative, please do subscribe and press the bell notification. And you can write your comments, suggestions in the comment box below. If you have any suggestions, any questions, please write them into the comment box below. I'll be more than happy to come out with my answers as early as possible. And most importantly, please share this to your artist groups, artist friends, so that they can also benefit from these videos, right? Now you can see that in these figures, there is overall a hint of red everywhere. I am deliberately making it because the light coming from the top is will be hitting on top of the figures or the people, on top of the table, on top of whatever is kept on the table, everything. I mean, there will be a hint of red. Okay. Here I am making some amount of opaque touch using little bit of lavender and little bit of white mixed, so that we need to give some sort of some sense of details being available there. Okay, so I think we are pretty much done for now, and we can treat it as done. As a finishing touch, I am splashing some splattering some kind of color here just to engage the ground little bit. Okay, this is not a very essential part. You can always skip it, but you can also practice. It is a good to practice these splashes. Okay, so some finishing touches here and there, And I would probably treat it as done. The moment you think it is done, you have narrated it enough so that it is communicating. You should please stop it, because if you keep adding the details, there will be a point beyond which you will find that you are spoiling the work. So whenever you think you are done, whenever you are searching for what I mean, thinking of what should be done next, if you are not having any clear idea, it is an indication that you should stop. So thank you very much for being with me in this video. And as mentioned above, if you have any question or comments or suggestions, please write them into the comment box below. And your how you feel about this tutorial series, okay, you please do let me know, and I will have kind of feedback so that I can improve myself, and the future videos can be improved based on your feedback. So please give feedback. Okay, so once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, drop in some likes, and you may also share this video to your artist groups, artist friends, and so that they also get benefited from these videos. Thank you very much once again, and we will soon see you with another interesting, informative tutorial. And happy painting until then. Bye bye.